What's going on, guys? It's your boy Slayer Stream TV. We're back again with another ARC DevKit tutorial video, and today I'm going to show you how to ensure your dinos are either going to be aggressive, non-aggressive, neutral, passive, whatever you may want for them. And it's very simple, and it took me a while to figure this out. So essentially every single dino out there has what is called a targeting team, and within every dino that you create, whether it's a child, whether it's a copy, whatever the case may be, they have an area that's called a targeting team override. That's basically saying you have the option to change their targeting team to be whatever you want, whether it's making a new targeting team altogether or simply changing it to an existing targeting team within the game itself. Now, while the primal game data is opening, because I'm going to show you every single primal game data has this information, you can end up doing this to any dino you want, making it aggressive as a Giga. You can have it be as passive as a Dodo. Does not matter. You can have it to where your dinos get ignored by every single other targeting team out there simply by changing the targeting team's name within your dino's BP. Within every single primal game data, you will have something for targeting teams within it. And the easiest way that I found it was simply by typing within the search bar name definitions. The reason why you want that, you're looking for named team definitions. Once you, just to narrow it down, name team definition. This is basically within every single primal game data, because as we know, the primal game data is basically vanilla ARC put into one specific file, and this is all the information of every single targeting team that is currently within the game. That means if more targeting teams get created or added by wildcard, this will be updated automatically, because all the primal game data files are pretty much connected and get updated from what I've noticed. As you can see, we have currently 21 targeting teams within the game. You have the targeting team for bot, so it gets ignored by all teams. That's basically the scout bots that you see on Extinction. You have the robot aggressive, robot neutral, so you have it just like the enforcers and the roly-poly-oly freaking robots. You have the large herbivore aggressive, you have, the giga aggression, which is carnivore high. You have all these different targeting teams. Now, by simply choosing one of these and exactly knowing what the name is that you're looking for, so say you wanted this carnivore's high, if you know how to spell, of course, because that's always going to be beneficial, you can easily come into the dino that you're looking for and change it. But there are a few little things you would need to adjust depending on what you're going for. Let's take this Karcha base here, for example. Right? Because I know we created this in another video. This Karcha, of course, is going to be semi-aggressive because it has its own customizable taming mechanic, right? But say we want this to be aggressive altogether, because if we search team, actually, there it is, the targeting team name override. This right here is already set to carnivore's high, right? But we know that this dino isn't as aggressive as it should be. Well, that's because of the AI controller and other little things. So if we go into, let's do this Lystro, for example, this Lystro that we made a long time ago. Now, we all know Lystros are passive, right? If we look at its targeting team is herbivore, so it's a passive dino. This herbivores right here, the targeting team name it has, means it's not going to attack you. It's passive. It's going to run from you when you attack it, and that's it. Nothing you can do. But say we wanted this Lystro right here to be aggressive as all can be. So we're going to take this and change its targeting team name. Give me 1 second. Now, we've changed this targeting team name to be Carnivore's High from what we saw in the primal game data. But there's little things that we have to change as well to ensure that this Lystro, this baby little cutie, is aggressive as can be. So what you're going to search for after changing the targeting team is Carno, and you're going to enable is Carnivore. We are going to change the flee health percentage so it can actually fight back till its dying little breath. And now we are going to change the AI controller. This AI controller controls how it reacts. So essentially, if you don't change this after changing the targeting team name, changing whether or not it is a carnivore, if you don't change the AI controller to match what kind of aggression you're trying to create or what kind of neutral type of personality or whatever the case may be you're trying to get for your specific dino, if this controller isn't changed, your dino's not going to act the same way as you would want it. So if you wanted a Rex that's passive and it does nothing when a person walks up to it, if this AI controller is still connected to the Rex, it's still going to aggro to you regardless if it's a herbivore or not, or regardless if it has a targeting team override name that is supposed to be passive. So the targeting team name essentially is what dictates what the dino is going to target and everything. Carnivore high, it's not going to attack certain things because of, you know, they match their carnivores. So it's trying to trick the game saying this trike over here is a carnivore type of thing. So we're going to change this. Now from my testing, if you're creating a flyer that's passive or a flyer that's aggressive or whatever the case may be, make sure you're matching based on the kind of dino you're going for. So if it's a land-based dino, use one of the land-based dino AI controllers. If it's a flying dino, use one of the flying AI controllers. If it's a water dino, water AI controller for that dino. The reason is because if you make an Argentavis and you give it, say, the Bigfoot controller or a Pterodon and give it a Bigfoot controller, your Pterodon, your Argentavis is not going to fly. It's going to walk around on the ground. It will never take flight to fight you because it's literally thinking that it's supposed to be on the ground. Now, if we change this AI controller to say a Raptor, we're looking for the Raptor AI controller. We compile, save. Of course, you always want to make sure that your 3 dots save on compile is set to always or on success only, so you don't ever have to hit compile and then come over here to save. Little time saver, right? So now that we've changed the targeting team, changed the AI controller, and also have enabled is carnivore, I will show you how aggressive this dino will be. Now, this is something that is very simple, and all you have to do is play around with it to set up the dino specifically how you want it set up for whatever mod you're creating. But this little tidbit of information was a lifesaver for me. So we're gonna spawn this in as wild and look at it. He's already mad at me. I ain't done nothing to him, but you see his attack distance. You see what you gotta play with? So it's just playing around with it. Now it's all gonna be in that attack, how far it was from me and it just stopped. That's by the AI control. Now, the one I found best of all to really get a dino like a Lystro specifically to get up in your face and fight you like it's supposed to is the Bigfoot aggressive AI controller. And I've tested it already and it works flawlessly, where that Lystro is going to run up to me all the way into my face and it's going to try to attack me. So here it is. I'm staying right here. He walked up. Yep. And there it is. Walk up and hit. Walk up and hit. It's basically whatever is hard coded into these AI controllers that Wildcard has created is pretty much dictating the attack distance for the dino. And if you weren't sure of how to fix that, outside of changing the AI controller, you could always change the attack range of your dino for whatever attack it is. So like this dino has a melee attack of 1110. You could always increase it or decrease it depending on what you need to do. So its attack range is higher, so it can actually hit its target without walking up to it and just staring at you, right? But that's how you will make any dino passive, any dino aggressive. If you want it to be, if we wanted this dino to be passive, literally in any dino, if it's not disabled already, you would disable as carnivore, change the AI controller to a dino's controller that you already know is passive, so like a dodo, right? And then of course you would just need, if you want to, you don't have to, you can also change its targeting team back to whatever it was before or change it to something completely different. I mean, we also know the Lystro's passive anyway, so we could always use the Lystro's original controller, but that's literally all you have to do to make it a passive dino. Simply make sure the AI controller is set to a dino that's passive, and that's it. Because the AI controller is going to make it passive because it's reflecting of what that dino controller was actually created for. So we could add this Lystro controller to a Rex, and the Rex will be passively a passive dino, which will also mean that it will also flee. So if you ever seen a Rex run away from being scared, that's probably what will happen because it's copying what a Lystro would have done. And you don't have to change your targeting team in general. You can keep the targeting team to whatever you want, but changing that targeting team makes it to where a dino that isn't normally targeting things in general to fight, like a Lystro wouldn't target a Rex, or a Lystro wouldn't target anything in general. By changing the targeting team to carnivore high, now it has the capability of, hey, I am this type of dino and I will go fight anything and everything. That's my understanding of it. If you know more, please let me know down in the comments. Please tell me information that I might not have said right now because I missed it or I just didn't know specifically, or whatever the case may be. Come join the community, talk to other mod devs. We have a section of the community Discord specifically for mod developers for ASA, and we share information with each other. We try to help each other out to develop what we need, what you're specifically going for, and simply just being able to be there and talk with other developers also helps. I hope this information helps you create a more aggressive or a more delicate dino, and I just hope these videos are being very, very helpful. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to reaching 1,000 subscribers. I really would appreciate all that love and support. Stop by the stream sometime. If you don't know when I'm streaming, best I can say is check out the Discord. It automatically posts when I am going live, especially when new videos have been posted. Besides that, guys, I love y'all and I appreciate all the love and support again, and I'll talk to y'all again in the next video. Peace.